Action.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Ricky Cast, where you get to dive in behind the stick. Today, I'll teach you about my ways on my journey for the schlemmy. This is blood dripping from my mouth from when I died. The guy who hit me with a brick in the head, he sold me a drink the other day. Except he didn't. And then he started making out with another man. It was really weird. The other man's right here. If you want to turn the camera that way.
1,000 years have passed since my hot makeout. I am dying. I feel my body returning to the elements. It is beautiful.
So Ricky, talk about your struggles with the ball off of 99.
Well, really, I knew I was gonna win, but I needed a potion to ensure that, you know. I was born in the fire pit of the Freaky Council about 500 years ago. Recently, I went to see my parents to get a bit of a recipe from them, and they denied it to me, so I had to kill them.
Didn't you have to steal their balls? Was the recipe on their balls?
That's classified information, but I'll let you in on a little secret. They had it coming. It was kind of in like hieroglyphics and stuff, so I didn't know how to read it. Yeah, it was like engraved, right? But it was in some other language which I can't read. I can read every language except that one. It must be really old. Yeah, it was the language of the freak gods and I can't read that. So I guess I'll have to learn. But I'm gonna win anyway. You see? Yeah.
Hi everybody. I just want to tell you about the dangers of heroin. Don't do heroin, even though it is delicious. And I know in your heart of hearts, you want to. You want to feel the joy of living again. But you can't, you see, because otherwise you will turn into me. And nobody wants to turn into me, including me. Rather, do an abundance of cocaine.
So you see these spikes on my head? They weren't really there in the previous movies, but every new movie, I grow a new spike on my head. It grows out of my skull. These are not made of my hair, they're made of my skull. And they represent the box office sales of the Ricky Sticky movie. So every time a new movie comes out, I get a new spike. And it's because they've earned so much money from me telling my story that that's just how it goes. I need a physical reminder of that. So, I've been asked a lot what I think the political impacts of Ricky Sticky have been. And I think it's made a very important point of calling out a lot of problematic forces in our society today, such as the freaky government and the concept of a schlemmy. And the schlemmy is the award that puts one person above everyone else, which really should be me. But if it's not, then it shouldn't exist. Today we have my special guest on the show, George Cluney. George,
Yeah.
what do you think the political impact of the Ricky Sticky movies has been so far?
So I once went to Bunnings, and I went to go get a snack as usual. But for some reason, when I went in there in the first place, is that there was no left-handed hammers. And I said, screw the snag, I need a left-handed hammer. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty true. To be a sticky male, you need to live true to yourself and embrace what's in your heart. But to be a sticky male, you can't let anybody take away your stick. You can't let anybody stick to you and remove themselves from that, taking your stick away, you know? Like if you have a piece of sticky tape and you put it on something wet, then it won't be sticky anymore. And everyone else who's not a sticky male is a wet male, and you can't be like that. Do you want this? I've touched it. It's been on me. It probably has my DNA on it, so you could clone me if you bought this. I'm putting it on auction, starting at $3 billion. It's a piece of cinematic history. People are saying I should be done for murder, but I really shouldn't, because I think that's unreasonable to put that stress on me.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're a Schlemmy winner after all.
I am, and they wouldn't give me that if I'd done something so awful. Except they might. But I don't know.
But they didn't.
But they didn't. Unless you wanted them to. They could. I think that really sums it up, actually.